อะไรนะ
Is everybody ready to go? All right, we are here with our defending champion, Nanna Koerstz Madsen, back at the 2023 Honda LPGA Thailand. I've seen your face around this week, became a Rolex first-time winner here. What has it been like, I guess, in the year since your win and being back here and all the memories that have been, the trophy sitting in front of you, I'm sure, kind of coming back. So what are you thinking?
Well, it was fun coming here yesterday, since I haven't been back since the day I won. I have seen the trophy because I have it at home, but yeah, it's just been great. I love being here in Thailand, and it's awesome coming back to see the 18 and where I won last year.
That 18th hole last year was incredible. Obviously, you and Shiyu in a playoff. Can't come in, down to the second hole. You're, I'm sure, trying to get that win. I mean, what was going through your head when that eagle putt dropped and everything kind of happened?
I was just so relieved because I had the 2-stroke lead on the 72 hole and messed around on the 18. So seeing that putt go in, I was just very relieved because, yeah.
I think people forget your very next start, you were in another playoff. And that win really, I know middle of the season struggled a little bit, but gave you some confidence, I'd imagine, and finally validated some things that you were feeling. So, what were some of the things that you really took away from that victory or learned about yourself in the process?
Well, yeah, it was definitely a big win to see myself winning out here. It gave me a lot of confidence, and yeah, as you're saying, I was in the playoff the week after. So a lot of confidence from this tournament, and I just kept some momentum going those weeks after.
Any questions in the room so far? Anyone? Got any questions? Okay. So you mentioned 18 being back up on the golf course. What are the conditions like out there? Is it familiar to last year? I know we were a little soggier this time last year. So how's the golf course playing differently, I guess?
The course is in good shape. It's still playing a little softer than 21. So I think we'll still see some very low scores out there. But that's just fun. A lot of birdies. So I'm excited for that.
Obviously figured some things out here last year. What's really the key to this golf course? Is it more short game or is it more ball striking?
Definitely ball striking. Greens are kind of narrow some places. My ball striking last year was really good, and usually that's not my biggest advantages on the course, but ball striking is important.
Second event of the 2023 season. Obviously, this made your debut at the Hilton Ramifications Tournament of Champions. What are some of your goals for the year? I know we're only on the second event, but what are you looking for from yourself and from your game in this season?
Well, first of all, I want to see some more consistency. Last year was not good after that good stretch I had. I do see myself being in contention more this year. That's one of my goals, to be up there and try to play for wins.
It's obviously kind of the elephant in the room. It's a Solheim Cup year as well. I mean, what would it mean to you just to be able to make that team again and hopefully keep the cup in Europe this year?
That would be amazing. Last time I played the Solheim, it was such a great experience. It was so much fun. It was fun being a part of a team. So that would be a big goal of mine to get to play the Solheim. I know I would have to make some good results, but that would be awesome.
Do you think it'll be different for you this year playing it on European soil, on the mainland even?
Yeah, for sure, because last year we played was COVID, so there was almost no Europeans. So it'd be really cool to see how it would be with European fans. yeah, I'm sure it would be a great atmosphere.
I know I'm sure you watched the Ryder Cup, but when they've been played in Europe and seeing how those fans are. I mean, just how much are you looking forward to that first tee antics of the Euros? They always have like the most fun. It seems like.
Well, I went to the Ryder Cup in France when they played there, and it was so cool. So being able to stay on the first tee in Europe at the Solheim would be, yeah, it would be a dream. Like it would be very, very cool.
And playing for somebody like Suzanne, that obviously had that moment all those years ago at Glen Eagles, being able to play under her as a captain. I mean, what would that mean? I mean, she's done so much for European women's golf.
Yeah, I mean, I really admire Susan and what she's accomplished in her career, being a Scandinavian as well. So being a part of her team would be really, really awesome. I think she would make a very great captain. She's very enthusiastic and really have the Solheim spirit, so that would be awesome.
Any questions in the room? Okay, we'll continue. Just chat a little bit about the off season. I know we tend to have a little bit of a longer one than a lot of other tours. But what did you do during the off season? How much rest did you get? Are you feeling kind of fresh now that we're really staring down the meat of the schedule?
Yeah, I went back to Denmark for a little while. Took some time off and just practiced a bunch to get my swing in shape for this season. Hopefully, I'm closer to some decent golf. I've had 2 more decent weeks, so I trust that my game is getting closer to something I like to be at. So yeah, just a lot of practice and a little time off.
If you don't mind sharing, what have you been working on specifically that's really you hope will make a difference?
Overall,
yeah,
it was everything that messed up in the middle of the season, but swing, putting, mostly.
Just being at a golf course that really suits your eye, I mean, how excited are you to try to defend that title, and what would it mean to you to be able to do that somewhere like here and get a win 2 seasons in a row?
It would be awesome. It would be my second win, so I would definitely like to do that. But right now I'm just enjoying all the defending champion stuff. It's really cool, and it's just great to be back.
What did you learn about yourself, like in this past year? Like having that win, being a winner, kind of a little bit elevated on the first tee. You're an LPGA Tour winner when they announce you now. Like, what did you learn anything? Did you change?
I wouldn't say I changed. I got more confident in winning here, knowing you can win. When you tee it up on the first tee, knowing you can win out here is it gives you like you're more calm out there, instead of always having to fight towards that win. So yeah, it's just great having a win on your back, so you know you can win. That's probably what changed me the most. I wouldn't say I changed as a person, but more confident being on the course.
Awesome. If you have no questions in the room, I will end it with a fun one. Favorite Thai food? Favorite Thai dish?
I love all Thai food, but I like curries, like Penang curry, probably my favorite.
Awesome, perfect. Well, hey, good luck this week.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Thanks. I love to hear that. Yeah.
All right, we are here in the Media Center at the 2023 Honda LPGA Thailand with Nanna Koerstz. Nelly, I know it's been a minute since you've been back here, but how excited are you to be back in Thailand? Played here a couple times before, and just how excited are you to be back?
Yeah, super excited. I played in 17 and 18. Obviously, I think it got canceled in 19, so I haven't been back since. I love this golf course. I've played pretty well out here. I enjoy coming to Thailand. I like playing in hot weather, so and also the people are very nice, and it's a very enjoyable trip overseas.
You've played well here the past 2 times that you've played here. I mean, what is it about this golf course in particular that really shoots your eye? You said you like warm weather, but I mean, it's got to be the golf course, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, it's kind of like a birdie fest out here. You have to shoot a really low one to win, so obviously I think having length helps. But yeah, I think Bermuda on the greens, so I'm used to that growing up in Florida. It's pretty grainy around the golf course as well, so again, I'm used to that. So I don't know, I like the layout. I like the weather, most importantly, and hopefully, you know, I can put together good 4 rounds this year as well.
Does it feel like home with the humidity out there? Does it feel like Florida a little bit?
Well, it's winter time in Florida right now,
Yeah,
so it wasn't that hot. But yeah, I do enjoy the humidity, and I like this type of weather. And you kind of know, you know, growing up in humidity what the ball does to it. So obviously, a little bit of an advantage there.
Saw you obviously at Hilton this year, but just, I mean, 2022 I know had its challenges, but you know got back in the winner's circle late last year, which was, I know, was super exciting, especially getting a title defense too. I know that's always special, but just what are you taking away from 2022 and carrying with you into 2023? That, you know, new goals, anything that you're really thinking about this year?
To not take anything for granted. You know, you never know what life is going to throw at you, full of curveballs. So just to appreciate every single moment, you know, traveling overseas like I'm doing this week. You know, I didn't do that last year because I couldn't. So, yeah, I mean, the goal for 2023 is to stay healthy and to play the full year. And hopefully I can do that. So enjoying myself on and off the golf course is definitely a big goal of mine this year.
Any competition specific? I mean, everybody wants to win majors. Everybody wants to get back to world number 1. And I know you and Lydia have been kind of trading punches, but I mean, anything specific there?
Not really. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, the way I look at golf is I'm playing against a golf course. It's different when it comes to, let's say, tennis. You're playing against an opponent. Obviously, you have typically 144 girls in a normal size field every week. You're playing against them, but at the end of the day, you're playing against a golf course, and none of the girls can influence you to play bad or play better, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's nice when you're playing in a group that's playing well and the momentum's there in a sense, but you're playing against a golf course, and we'll see how I play against the golf course this year. It's a battle between me and the golf courses.
Love that. Do we have any questions in the room? Anyone? Okay, we will continue on. I know early events, especially these two with no cut, kind of are a good kind of gauge of really what you've worked on in the off season.
Yeah.
What are you looking for from your game specifically this week?
Well, I played 4 weeks ago in Orlando, so that was also a good kind of test. I didn't really have too much of an off season. I played 2 really cool events in December, and obviously the event in January at Hilton Tournament of Champions was really, really fun as well. So just seeing where the game's at. I mean, obviously you kind of want to peak around the majors, around the big events, but it's a good test to see, you know, everything that kind of you've been working on in the off season, what you kind of need to tweak going into kind of like the big stretch in the summer.
And speaking of that, I mean, how do you, especially these events early in the year, I mean, how do you manage your energy and try to kind of keep everything in the tank for those events?
I run into that into that problem every year, honestly. Every year is kind of different where, you know, I kind of burn myself through in the middle of the year or towards the end. So making sure that I am taking the year on slowly in a sense, and making sure that my body's 100% is a big goal of mine, because last thing you want is a burnout physically or mentally. Mentally is typically the tougher one to get out of. That's when you kind of need a little bit more of a break.
Absolutely.
But again, I mean, the goal this year is to just stay healthy 100% and not to overdo it in any aspect.
And speaking of that, we have 2 team competitions this year. International Crown is back for the first time in 5 years, quite a while, and then Solheim.
Yeah.
I mean, where do those events fit into your schedule? Are you planning for, like, how do you plan kind of that energy management around those 2 events as well? Because they throw a wrench in everything.
Correct, yeah. The year of Solheim's tough because, again, I mean, if it's in the States, then it's much easier. Last time I played Solheim, it was a wild year where I had to go to the Olympics. I went from Evian to Japan to the UK for another major. So I pretty much had 3 majors in a row. And then right after that, I had Solheim in Toledo. So just kind of managing your energy levels and the travel is going to be tough, especially the year of International Crown. Obviously, if you make it onto the team, it's a big honor to represent your country alongside the other girls that have made it as well. And then same thing with Solheim. It's such a cool experience. Again, it's such a great honor to represent your country, and hopefully we bring the cup back this year. But yeah, managing the travel of it and your energy levels is a big key, and I feel like every year I'm kind of still learning.
Just one more about Crown. I mean, I know that's an event that means a lot to the tour just because we don't really get to see a lot of our international friends in that team format. I mean, how special is that event, do you think, for this tour, and how much does it mean to be able to, maybe play in another one this year?
Yeah, I think it's such a cool and unique event. I don't remember the last time it was held, I think in 18. In Korea, I think, as well. And my sister made the team, and she really enjoyed it and said it was a lot of fun playing against, so many different countries, girls that would typically not get to play, obviously, Solheim Cup. So I think it's a really cool and fun and unique event that brings a lot of countries in.
Awesome. Do we have any questions in the room? All right, we'll wrap it up with just one more fun one.
Yep.
Favorite Thai dish? I know obviously everybody talks about the food when we come here.
Yeah.
Are you a Thai food fan?
Yeah, I mean, I've been crushing mango sticky rice. I've had it every day so far. I like pad Thai as well. I enjoy Thai food, so can't go wrong with anything, I think.
Well, good luck this week and
Thank
enjoy the
you.
mango sticky rice.
I will.